forced to leave their planet.
We had to start a new civilization with no resources in a strange new place.
Left to die.
I took him down, but only after he shot me.
But that wasn't enough.
If we can find this file, it will bring life back to our dying planet. And all of the green will have sustainable drinking water again.
You will not do this to my people again. Give me that fire.
With danger at every corner. Can they work together?
Do you want to get out of here, Camille?
To survive.
Now, Brochi, hold it there!
Take your time.
Alien planet.
All that talk and you died that easy.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Witching Hour podcast. I'm your host, as always, John Royceland. I appreciate you guys taking the time to check in and give two shits about my 2 cents worth. So here's a little bit more to add to your change jar. Today's movie review is that of Alien Project. Now, some of you are going to be like, Alien Project? John, that sounds kind of like a sci-fi movie. And it is. Writer-director Alan Maxson actually took the time, bring this to me, and emailed me and talked to me and said, hey, would love for you to check out my film. I'd like to hear your opinion on it. I said, well, you know, I normally don't do sci-fi. As a matter of fact, I never fucking do sci-fi. And the weird thing was, I mentioned it to my wife, and she even looked at me and she said, isn't that a sci-fi? Just by the title. And I was like, yeah. And she looked at me and she's like, you don't do sci-fi. She actually said, you never fucking do sci-fi. And you know what? She's right. I don't. I'm not a big sci-fi person. When I was little, obviously, the original Star Wars trilogy, of course. After that, I just kind of, they were just so far-fetched to me. But when Alan Maxson took the time to not only make a film, but actually took the time to very professionally reach out to me through email and said, hey, I've got something I would love for you to check out if you get time. And he's like, as a matter of fact, it's even on Tubi, so I'm going to make it that much easier for you. Figured, you know what? Why not? Someone brought me something which I have the utmost respect for when someone actually brings me their project and says, hey, would you mind? Dude, by all means. I have no idea what it could be about. I don't care. You took the time to make something. You took the time to come to me personally. So yeah, I'm going to check something out. It doesn't matter if it's about your kids learning how to do ballet or you dealing with your chronic masturbation problems. I might not want to watch it, but you know what? I'll end up watching it. So anyhow, here we are, Alien Planet, not to be confused with the Discovery Channel thingy, because apparently they think they have the rights to all that stuff. No, this is a 2023 film. It was released in August of 23. So it is just over a year old. As again, I mentioned, it is on Tubi. I've had reservations about it because I've seen a lot of sci-fi movies and they're really, really bad. I mean, really, really bad. And especially if you're going to take the time to endeavor something that, if you want someone to look like an alien, you've got to have some kind of, 1, talent, 2, budget. Okay, well, this entire movie that Alan put together was done for just $66,000. It's not a huge budget. It's a nice number. But in the sci-fi world, there are certain effects that you just cannot do on your own. You have to rely on you got to. I don't know. I'm finding it hard to put my words out, but um, I'm just going to shut up. I know that you're already thankful for that because I've been kind of babbling because this is something different because I'm, like I said, I don't do sci-fi, but I am tonight. I am for you and I am for Alan Maxon. So the basis of the film is two arch enemy planets actually are learning to either kill each other or learn to survive on a planet in hopes of both of them not becoming extinct over water. I got to tell you, Alan, I absolutely love this movie. I had a good time watching it. I really, really did. I was so overly impressed by what Alan was able to give to the audience. It had a great story. It had great effects. It had great acting. I'd actually like to be able to find some behind the scenes, Alan, if you happen to have any, because I don't know if it was voiceover work or if the characters were actually mic'd, but underneath of the prosthetics and the masks and the makeup and everything alien special effects makeup that was brought to you was so well done. Independent film. I'm not calling it a micro budget, but a definitely budgeted out film. And I have seen films that have had higher budget that had less quality than what you brought to us. So I commend you. I commend everybody that's in the film, from your cinematographers to your sound effects crew, especially your special effects makeup people, prosthetics. Everybody did a great job. Again, the reason I'm so impressed with the sound quality of the vocals is because underneath of wearing masks, people's voices get muffled or they just don't sound well. So a lot of times they will do voiceover work. And if that is the fact, they matched it up to the absolute perfection, whatever you want to say. I'm sorry. I'm really being tongue-tied tonight, and I really don't know why. Maybe it's because I don't normally do sci-fi. I'm just kidding. Alan, I'm so thrilled. Before I do forget, I have spoken with Alan socially, and he directed this Alien Planet, as I have mentioned. But he is also an actor. Now, he was also just in VHS Beyond, which has been released. He was in the first episode. I have not seen the film yet, but he specified he was in the first episode called Stork. I believe he is that of a zombie or something along those lines. Anyhow, I'm not sure. But obviously, I'm going to want to look into it. So Alien Planet, getting back to that, out of, I think, 32 nominations, 31, 32 film nominations, it has won 27 awards. Now, it's on Tubi, which is something to be proud of. It is. Tons of movies are on independent films are on Tubi, which is a great platform for them to be seen once they've made their realm through film festivals. If you're fortunate enough to get it that far, a lot of other people struggle with it. They do maybe a convention or two, whatever's in their personal budget to be able to do to get the word out, and then on social media. And then on Tubi, it can be flowing through the air and everybody gets to finally see your work, your vision, which I commend to everybody. But 27 awards, dude, that is awesome. Now, I will say this to Mr. Alan Maxon and anybody else that is interested. Again, not being a big sci-fi guy, Why this movie has not been picked up by the Sci-Fi Channel and isn't been played there is beyond me. All right, so I hope you guys can't hear that fire siren in the background because it's annoying as shit. I live about a block away from our town's fire department, and haven't heard a siren all day. Not until old Johnny gets on the mic. But anyhow, yeah. So picture Enemy Mine, if you remember that film. Was that Lou Gossett Jr. and Dennis Quaid, I believe, along with I'm going to say some Star Trek mixed in there. I'm sorry, Alan, I can't say Star Wars. I can't give you that much credit, but you definitely do deserve credit because what you gave us was a great, solid film that I, as a horror person, but yet still a movie buff, had a good time with and was overly impressed with. Now, here's my downside to it. Number one, I don't normally do sci-fi. No, I'm kidding. The only thing I really had any gripe with, and it had nothing to do with the budget, some of the dialogue was a bit slow. Now, it's not unlike a Michael Bay movie. Okay, obviously, I told you it ran off of a $66,000 budget. Okay, Michael Bay probably doesn't even get out of bed in the morning for $66,000. So I'm not, expecting Land Cruisers and nothing but nonstop action. I like a good story. I like a good story that is character driven and great dialogue, of which you had. Some of it just kind of got a little bit slow moving. Now, again, makeup, prosthetics, everything perfect in my opinion. Could things been a little bit more tweaked, perhaps? Sure. Main character in the film, to me, fuck, I don't even remember its name. So my son has this furry cat. It's one of those little short-legged borderline pygmy cats, I guess. Midgets, munchkins, whatever the fuck they're called. I hate it. I hate the cat with a passion. It's absolutely gorgeous animal. It does nothing but jump from counter to counter, knock shit over all the fucking time, and leaves coughed up hairballs everywhere. And they just looks at you like, what? I know cats are assholes. That's the thing. I love cats. I hate this one. But the reason I'm telling you about it is because one of the main characters in the film is a pet, if you will, sci-fi creature mocked up to look like a cat. Okay. Well, and I'm watching the film and all of a sudden somebody got hurt and the cat walks up to it and throws up and spews out this green fluid. And it's actually a healing remedy. So, you got shot in the shoulder, let the cat come puke in your arm and it'll heal it up. I thought it was hysterical. I thought it was brilliant. It was well done. I have no gripes with this film whatsoever. Alan, maybe you've actually turned me on to sci-fi. But I had a great time watching this movie, and I want to thank you for bringing it to my attention. And I proudly support your film. Again, Alien Planet, boys and girls. It is on Tubi, as I have mentioned. Alan Maxson, writer-director. Two main people in the film, actor and actress, neither name I am familiar with, and I apologize. I don't mean that in any disrespect. Alexandra Bokova and Hunter C. Smith. Obviously, I want to let people know who's in the film. Give credit where credit is due. It is a Monster Maxson Productions, which I absolutely love that title. It runs for about just under hour and a half, hour and 20, hour and 25 minutes, perhaps. And if I haven't mentioned it, which I know I did, I'm just being redundant now, it is on Tubi, because I'm trying to remind everybody. The name of the film is Follow the Bouncing Ball, Alien Planet. It is on Tubi. Writer-director Alan Maxson. Yes, there you go, boys and girls. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate your time as always. I hope you had a little bit of laugh and a chuckle, possibly at my stuttering ass tonight and loss of words. I'm very, very dry. I don't know why. I apologize. Maybe you guys didn't have to listen to me that much. Maybe it was a great show because of that. I don't know. Regardless, do me a favor. Whether you watch 2 seconds of this video or you watch the whole thing, which I always gratefully appreciate, please hit the subscribe button, even if you never come back and watch me ever again, which I really hope you do, because I do this podcast out of a pure labor of love. I truly do. I look forward to being able to wake up, come home, do whatever, and sit here and talk to you guys and give you my honest opinions about things, dealing with the horror industry, as well as bring you guys some great interviews, which I have some more coming up. So with that being said, again, please hit the subscribe button. You can find me on all social media platforms. And if you happen to have Roku TV apps, scroll down, you will find me under one of their thousands of categories. Download me for free. I have a handful of previous interviews only. I'm not uploading any of my movie reviews, just interviews, in which I'm actually due to update. I've got 8 of them up there now. I'm going to be getting you guys fresh new ones here real soon. All right, I'm done babbling. Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope to see you guys all soon. Again, please share the page, subscribe. It means the world to me. I will talk to you guys soon. Alien Planet, Alan Maxson, thank you so much for your time, your project, and reaching out to me. I hope to talk to you guys all soon. Remember to always, as I've recommended in the past, always keep it evil.